Tuesday morning, some morning in June. I'm not gonna lie, I have not vlogged in at least 2 weeks. Just on my way to the gym. I'll be leaving this place. I'm pretty sure I told you that. In 2 weeks, so I got 2 weeks left. Then I'm flying to Belgium for the vacation / Austria. And then I'll come back to a new place in Mexico City. So much stuff has been going on, but the main reason for me not wanting to vlog is just, I guess, running out of steam a little bit. Definitely been feeling homesick a lot lately. There's a huge festival called Grasbaum that's taking place in Belgium right now, literally where I live, like exactly in my little foreigners town. So it's like the biggest event of the year, needless to say. And I'm sad. I'm really sad that I can't go. I bought a ticket and everything. I had to put it on Ticketswap, much to my dismay. But just like where I'm from in Belgium, in June, May, June, July is a really special time. Like all the crops are growing and it's just a magical time. Finally it's warm. It takes a long time to warm up, and definitely going through some crazy ass FOMO. Really feel like I'm missing out and really feel like I would want to be there, even though I'm having a really good time here. But with that being said, I feel like here I've been having a really good time between Thursday and Sunday, like the typical social days. But then like my Mondays and Tuesdays can get so lonely, and I know I have to be patient. I'm only about 2 months in at this point, but I'm still building my social life. I'm still building a new life, but it's hard, man. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm not regretting it. I still absolutely love the city, and I've been meeting a lot of cool people, and it is getting better, and I am meeting more people, so it is happening. But I just get frustrated sometimes because I have a whole life back home and a bunch of people that I would be able to hang out with and do stuff with. But then again, I also left for a reason. So it also doesn't make sense to glorify the highlights and not keep in mind that I also was not happy anymore with the way I was living in the end. So definitely no regrets, but some homesickness is there. Alright, now we got that out the way, as I try to connect to the public Wi-Fi. 2 months in, I still have not bought a Mexican phone number, and I still do not have mobile data, because here in Mexico they have really amazing public Wi-Fi, and it's like a gift and a curse. It's like good enough so that you don't really need mobile data, but then it's also, check this out, boom, now I can grab this bike. It's also like not good enough, so sometimes like I'll try to get a bike, but I can't get on the Wi-Fi, so I can't get the bike, and that sucks. And I have to beg bystanders or people passing by to make me a mobile hotspot, which you can imagine sucks. But yeah, I need to get on that. Alright, I'm gonna bike to the gym now, and then I'll do another little, I'll talk about something else before I go into the actual gym. But I cannot overstate how much I've been enjoying riding these bikes in the Ciudad de Mexico. Alright, so the gym has been going great, obviously. Like, I've literally been training 6 days out of 7 because due to a lack of social life, you know, I turn even more to the gym. Now, the good thing about that is that I'm definitely bigger and stronger than I've ever been. and I'm pretty lean, like relatively, not shredded by any means, but I'm happy with where my body fat is at, especially seeing how it was after Houston, where I felt a little bit chubby. But so, because I haven't been taking adequate rest, by the way guys, there was a wild ass street fight there yesterday afternoon. I came out from the gym and it's like 60 old men and women were just like brawling. Anyway, I fucked up my left arm. So I developed what I think is the so-called golf elbow. So you have the tennis elbow, which is on the outside, and the golf elbow is on the inside, right? And I think I messed it up doing some hanging leg raises, dragonflies, trying to work my core, and just being too like not taking enough care, being too wild, like, and now it's messed up. So I've had this before, and I know usually it takes about 5 to 6 weeks of rest, but obviously we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna try to work around it, as in 3 weeks I'll be in Austria for a week. So that whole week I will not be lifting weights. So if I can just make it through the next 3 weeks and work around it, then hola amiga, ¿qué tal? Es mi amiga. ¿Tienes que decir algo para mi vlog?
Hola, ¿cómo están? Soy Claudia Arias desde México. Sean felices, por favor, a pesar de todo.
This is Claudia. I met her in my gym. She's really cool. And yeah, now I'm gonna train, and I'll talk to you guys later. Just had some steak. I always go to the same steakhouse in Juarez. So if I can find the time and I go to the gym in the morning, I like to go eat there. So I figured it's time to get deep on you guys and show you Juarez. I feel like I haven't really been recording here at all. So this is, like I keep saying, you have Roma Norte, you have Condesa, you have Polanco, which is like the snobby, rich neighborhood, and then you have Juarez. So this is Juarez, and in my opinion, mind you, this is very subjective and personal, but I do like to analyze. I feel like Juarez is like a little bit more rugged. Not necessarily in the greatest way, I just feel like it's, yeah, honestly I feel like rugged is a perfect word. Just like a little bit less taken care of and a little bit more like rowdy. It is cheaper to live in Juarez than to live in Roma Norte, so you can draw your own conclusions from that. And when I was looking for a new place to live, and leaving Roma Norte, I looked into Juarez, but in the end, I had a really good opportunity actually for a flat to live here, but this is a beautiful, it's a very beautiful like avenue. But in general, I don't connect with it, and somehow every time I come here, my feeling is kinda concerned. And I'm aware I didn't provide many great arguments, but sometimes you just don't vibe with a neighborhood. And so you'll see, as soon as you cross, there's like this big, not a highway, but just like a big road. And as soon as you cross that, you enter Roma Norte, and it's like, the difference is immediate. Anywho, I promise you guys I will get deep in. I wanted to talk more about the whole feeling homesick thing and making new friends. I definitely have been trying to take what I consider to be the biggest advantage of living in a big city, which is single people. I always say it doesn't make sense to move to a city if you're not single. Like, that's not the move. Like, the move is to find your partner in the city and then get the hell out and go live somewhere more calm. That's always what I've done. That's my prototype plan. And so, but when you're single, city can be a lot of fun for obvious reasons. You just have access to a bunch of young single people that want to meet and hang out and have fun. And you know, I have been indulging in that, not in the way that you might think. And I'll be honest, guys, in my 2 months here, like I'm 2 months here now, I have not had sex with a single person yet. So it's not, you know, it's not what you think. I'm not out here, you know, just like sleeping around going crazy. I've made out with one girl, and I've had maybe, let's say 4 dates, 5 dates, something like that. I am, however, talking to a bunch of different beautiful women, but it's not really giving me, it's like, I remember what that felt like doing the same thing. Like, I remember a period of my life where I was living in Barcelona being single, and it was like the same thing. Like for example, in my gym, I've met so many beautiful women, and I do feel like it's getting progressively better. Like, I keep meeting more, I talk with them, it's cool, whatever. I'm making plans with some to meet, but then still, like, it's hard to like follow through because they're very flaky. People are flaky, and beautiful women are flaky because they just have a bunch of dudes chasing them. And my ego is so big that, like, I'll tell you right now, like, I was actually supposed to have a date with a girl from the gym today, very beautiful girl. And yesterday I asked her, like, what time should we meet? And she's watching every single one of my Instagram stories, but she hasn't responded. So I'm like, fuck you, bitch. Like, I can't deal with that. Like, that's just disrespectful. I hate that. And I would rather die than to send a follow-up message, like, begging her, like, hey, when are we gonna do something today? So, like, that bothers me. And just in general, like, but it's always been like that. It's so much work. It's such a game. It's so many ups and downs. And yes, it's fun at times, but it's also really draining. And I do kind of feel like trying to leverage your way into social contacts by dating women is not necessarily the best strategy, because you're not dating them to become friends. Like, even though that is sometimes my objective, that's not how they see it. There's just a different context and energy there. By the way, right now I'm crossing this huge highway that divides Juarez from Roma Norte. And I will let you guys be the judge. I will let you guys tell me, motherfuckers whistling at me and shit, if you see a difference. So, yeah, I am definitely getting a little bit fed up with the shallow, flirty conversations and how hard I have to work to materialize that into like real life activities. And I just get the impression that there's a lot of women right now that just really enjoy attention, and they just like to keep this little box in their, in their pocket, meaning the smartphone, that they just kind of like tap into, and where they need some adoration and attention through social media. And a lot of them don't really have any real intention of having these serious dates or relationships or whatever, and it's like, oh, I'm 35, you know? Like, that's also why I said, like, I have been in a position where I would have been able to have sex, but I'm just not really trying to do that anymore. As crazy as that may sound to some of you young guys watching, but I promise you, one day you'll get it. Like, man, when I was 22 years old, I would, let me not say anything that I'll regret, but let's just say the bar was pretty low. Let's put it like that. Wasn't that picky. And I think I've gone on a record many times to say that that's probably one of my biggest regrets in life. The amount of women and maybe the type of women that I've, spent some time with. So I'm definitely like not trying to repeat that. Very picky, which is definitely a good thing. Also, just from a medical point of view, it's just in the back of my mind, and I think I made videos about this, about like having unprotected sex and things like that. Like, guys, trust me, you cannot tell, judging by face value, like who you're dealing with, what type of person you're dealing with, how healthy they are, how responsible they are, all those type of things. Trust me, you do not see that. You do not. So yeah, all of that being said, yesterday I really had a moment in the evening where I was like, damn, man, like, I feel bad, like I just wish I would have more people around me. Now, mind you, a big reason why I'm leaving the current house is also because I feel like most of the people there are quite antisocial, and it's just like a weird vibe a little bit. Not weird, but it's like we're just living together, but we're not really like, we're not doing stuff together, we're not going out together. Quite unlike anything I've ever experienced in terms of co-housing. Like all my past co-housing experiences, it was like a family, it was amazing, and this is more just like, yeah, we're sharing a house, but let's just keep it super shallow. So this new house I'll move to after Belgium, hopefully will be entirely different. And at the same time, I'm trying not to put all my eggs in the going to Belgium basket, because the new life is still here. Like, I already know I'm gonna have an amazing time in Belgium. I already know it's gonna be straight euphoria after 3 weeks. Because I even have like a week of Austria in between, so it's gonna go so quick. But I'm also like reminding myself on the daily that, well, that's not really a solution to anything. Like, the objective, the goal is still to build a proper, new, good life here. And I do think these are the hardest months. One, because it's still early in the process. Two, because right now is the best time in my home country in Belgium. Like, it may sound shitty, but it's a whole lot easier to feel good about living in Mexico City when you know it's freezing and gray and dark in your home country. So I do understand me getting a lot of like visuals and information from people that I love and know. Having fun in sunny Belgium right now does mess with me. Not, you know, so I just kind of understand. I have to just make it through this summer. And my long-term plan would be to make sure that next summer, so next year, I would be able to work remote from Belgium for like 2 months. So that I would spend next summer actually being in Belgium. And basically it would spend winter and fall and spring in Mexico. That's how I'm looking at it. But I gotta earn those stripes at the company. I gotta earn that right. I gotta earn that privilege, and that's what I'm trying to do. Speaking of the company, because I haven't said a lot about that, it's really going as well as it possibly could. Like, it could not be going any better. My bosses love me, my colleagues love me, I get along with everyone, no conflicts. This morning I had a one-on-one meeting. My team lead described me as a rising star and highly motivated. So I'm like, hey man, bring it on, I love it. So obviously I have been trying, as I should and as you should if you're trying a new job. I'm meeting some colleagues that are perhaps a little bit lackluster, which I don't get. I do not understand embarking on a new career and not giving it your all. It's kind of like, why would you even do it in the first place, you know? But, you know, it is what it is. I'm also learning that the Belgian way of doing things and the Belgian standard as it pertains to like doing a good job, doing a proper job, is quite elevated compared to other cultures' standard of what they would consider doing a good job or doing the minimum. And I'm not talking about Mexico, for the record. Like, we have a lot of different cultures at the company, and my previous belief that Belgian people are pretty damn hardworking and responsible and self-motivated has only been confirmed. So yeah, I think I've said enough. I feel like I've discussed and vented and shared the things I wanted to share. So thank you guys for still being here, following this journey, and I'll be back with more content real soon. Thank you guys. Have a beautiful day. Peace out.